Everybody, back to the FIBA EuroBasket Women. We are at quarterfinals day, or we are in Prague, and we're going to be tipping things off a game between Italy and Belgium. Well, it's been a wonderful tournament so far for these 8 teams. Some surprises, but this is what the lineup is for today. This will be followed by Turkey, Greece, then Spain, Latvia, and France, Slovak Republic. No, the Czechs didn't make it this far. Russia didn't make it this far. The defending champions, Serbia, didn't make it this far. But these 8 teams are here and very deserving. And that air of unpredictability always adds a little bit of spice to a tournament, without question. And the Italian fans that have shown up here in Prague today, hoping that their team's really fun journey, difficult journey, will continue. And we'll talk more about them as the broadcast goes along. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Shona Thorburn. Now, some breaking news. If the Czechs are broadcasting this, they would call her Shona Thorburnova, we understand. So they add Ova to all the last names, which is quite interesting. Shona, it's time to put up or shut up. I mean, this is do or die time. The second do or die game for Italy, and you win, you can still have a chance for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. So it's not all over, but in terms of getting to the podium, you got to win this one.
Yeah, it's kind of, now we've come to the point where there's 2 tournaments almost. So whoever does lose this game is still going to have an opportunity for the precious ticket to next year's World Cup. So it's not over for these 2 teams, but trust me, both of them want to make it on the podium. So we're going to see great games all day. Italy, I think, have a lot to prove, maybe a little unknown. Belgium, we knew about them coming in. Some people picked them as the sort of Cinderella team, might make it onto the podium having not been here in so long, just because of the players they have. And guess what? So far, they have lived up to the hype. They're 3-0 going into this game.
Well, Italy have had a lot of adversity to overcome. They lost Laura Mackey in their second game against Turkey. Kind of almost the heart and soul of the team, really the veteran who came back, gave everything, went out with a nasty injury, had to go back home to Italy. I think they have an operation on a broken bone in the face. So she's watching. Best of luck to her recovering from that. And they've nevertheless made it this far, and we're ready to rock and roll. As for Belgium, you've already talked about the success. You can't talk about this team without the terrific dynamic duo, Emma Messerman and Ann Valtos.
Yeah, both of them are averaging double digits. They're both shooting just under 50% from the field. Incredibly efficient players. You have the veteran in Ann Valtos. You have Em Messman. You want to say she's up-and-coming rising star, but she's only 24 years old. She's a star in the WNBA. She's a star in Europe. She is incredibly talented, and she's only 24.
Well, it's a big moment for both of these teams. We're now going to have the playing of the national anthems for both teams, starting with Italy.
Thank
You
you,
might have
everyone.
noticed there's a pianist in the house, and he's providing the tunes. So very impressive stuff. Now for Belgium.
Okay, ladies and
So
gentlemen,
we're about ready to tip
seats
it off, and it's going to be
enjoy the first
exciting
quarterfinal game.
stuff.
Belgium
Remembering
versus
Belgium,
Italy.
the last time they made it was a long time ago
for this
when
game.
the EuroBasket Women
This is
was held in
Fabiana
Italy back in
Martinez Kubala from
2007.
Romania.
And Valtos was
Left footed
actually
from
in that team
Montenegro.
as a 27-year-old.
And
And
from
here she is,
Estonia.
a 36-year-old.
Commercial of this game will be
getting the
Mr.
job done
Martin
again today. So the referee is
Ford.
Fabiana Martinescu, Badalan, Dravko Rudisic, and Tanel Suzlov from Romania, Montenegro, and Estonia. They will be doing the calls, and they've been adjudged to have done a good job so far. So they've gotten a nice assignment. They don't find out this stuff about their assignments until shortly before game time. Well, anyway, Italy's roster is, we look at all up and down. We've talked about her all the time. We'll talk about her some more. Zandalasini, number 9. Boy, she is exciting stuff. And she has started off her international career like a house on fire, under 20 European Championship MVP, and here she is now with Italy in the starting lineup with Satanas, Dotto, Res, and Cinelli. So some youthful faces there, some veterans. And for Belgium, as we look up and down that lineup, Van Loo, the point guard, as the roster comes up. If you see number 35, she's just 24 years old. She'll have her hands full today because those Italian guards are going to put pressure on her. And Voucher's number 12, Messiman number 11, Caprio, the veteran point guard as well, and Mestag. Ken Mestag is a perimeter threat. Antonia Delar, the veteran, with Kim Mestag in the starting lineup along with Messiman, Bartos, and Van Loo. So we'll also highlight a couple of players here. Not necessarily head-to-head always, but players that we think are going to be influential in this game. And as we get closer to the tip-off, Shona, you've been in this situation with Canada before. You played at 2 Olympics, including Rio and London. You've played in these qualifying tournaments for these big events. The pressure just grows and grows, and Kim Mestag, clearly an outstanding perimeter shooter. Actually, I think that might be her sister, Hannah. And Zandalasini on the right is, we already talked about the under 20 European Championship MVP. You saw her numbers there. She provides a lot for Italy.
She does. She's so exciting. You wonder someone at her age, only 21 years old, MVP of the under-20s last year, averaging 18.3, 9.8 rebounds. Can she maintain this? Because we've seen her do it for 4 games now. It's hard to go for a 5th game with those kind of numbers. It really is. So maybe people, maybe other Italians need to step in and score and assist her a little bit more. And the thing is, she's creating her own shots. There hasn't been a lot of penetration drive, finding her wide open. She's been creating her own shots. We talk about a Kim Mestag, 13.7 points, shooting 36% from 3, so clearly she's a 3-point threat. Great player. She knows how to move without the ball, and I think Belgium does a good job of penetrating and trying to find her for open shots. And, with the power that Belgium has on the inside, that's what opens up the court for a shooter like Mestag.
Sandelicini leading the Italians out on the floor here to shake the hands of the referees. Almost symbolic. Haven't said too much about Giotto, but she's made some huge plays for Italy in this tournament. She's had a couple of mistakes, but overall, has been a real plus for them. Satana, ups and downs. And the veteran rest will be jumping center against Valtos. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Prague with the FIBA EuroBasket Women 2017. And you can see Catherine Ress either didn't time her jump right or the referee fooled her. So it's going to be Belgium starting things off, and Mestag lives up to her reputation, doesn't mess around.
And that's what it was. It was a mismatch situation. So Tana was on Messman, and obviously they were incredibly worried about that. Italy was, and wide open Mestag.
Ress gets inside and puts it up with a reverse layup.
It's important for Ress to score for Italy. We've seen her miss some, let's say, wide open baskets that you can't miss at this level if you want to be successful.
Satana getting a little bit of pressure on Mestag here. And entry pass to Messaman. And boy, that was about as beautiful a little jump hook as you'll see.
It really was. It was almost one-handed. Normally people think about going off the backboard, but she says, no, I'm talented enough.
And we've moved to the O2 Arena here. Chinili, and the pass off of Ress's hands. A little bit of confusion there. Chinili saying, you need to break harder. And Ress says, just pass me the ball. I'll do the work.
I actually think Belgium might have been in a matchup type zone, and I think it threw Italy off. I'm not sure if they knew that's what they were playing on defense.
5-3 for Belgium after that last three-pointer, and Mestag dribbles the ball off of his foot. So the ball goes back over to the Risotto. Mestag, the coach, is the father of the Mestag girls in this Belgium women's team. Proud papa, no doubt. Chinili fakes, goes all the way, and travels. I'm sure she thought she was going to get the shot blocked. But Mestag having an impact on both ends of the floor, that's for sure. Excuse me, Messaman. Messaman again turns, shoots quickly. And it looks like Belgium are going to get a lot of opportunities down low.
Yeah, they are. It looks like Italy's switching right now.
And Satana throws the ball out of bounds.
So you already see things heating up between the two teams. Neither one of these teams are going to be backing down to each other.
Well, Satana arguing that the shot was blocked, and Valtos was like not having any of it. So strange couple of trips down the floor for Italy. Van Loo goes to left, out to Valtos, and soft jump shot is short, and then Giotto reaches in and commits the foul on Van Loo. You can already feel the qualities in this Belgian team. I mean, we were not in Prague watching the first round. We were in Hradec Kralova watching the other groups, A and B. And this Belgian team is not, this is a team that can go a long way in this tournament, as they already have. Short, and Ress with the rebound. Sandelicini has yet to become a factor. Oh, she finds Ress, and Ress. Yep, good hustle from Chinili to get it back. Look at the pressure from Belgium. And Chinili is, well, great play from Messaman defensively in the corner. For size, doesn't panic, doesn't reach, well, she does reach a little.
For her size, look how fast her hands were. She was able to sort of mirror the ball and then get a little bit of a tip on her.
So the jump ball situation is the arrow goes to Italy. But the Belgian Cats, they are tall and quick. Look at that. And the block from Messaman. And Dalto chases back and takes it. This is where Italy have to strike in transition. Zandalicini pulls up and shows us what she's all about.
How many times have we seen her do that in this tournament? She's such a great shot.
Inside Messiman. And the word unstoppable kind of comes to mind.
It really does. And, you know, you see Italy switching a lot, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to stop Messman.
Well, Zandalicini goes baseline, puts it up, and they call the foul on Messman. So she doesn't get it.
So, yeah, we are kind of seeing a 3-2 matchup type zone from Italy. You know, maybe they're trying to force Italy into shooting from the outside. They haven't been consistent, that's for sure, from the outside. You know, we've seen them, and we've talked about Italy's defense in previous games. Offense. They play well, and then they go on very bad streaks for lots of minutes, which it's going to hurt them against a better team.
And Messman just steps up and takes the ball away. The pass from Dato, and right now it looks like women against girls. I mean, the Belgians are looking tough. Chinelli gets down into the corner to Mestag, and Italy fortunate to be trailing 7-4 because Belgium are getting some shots. And Zandalicini pulls up. Gets another one to fall. Really, I mean, it's almost breathtaking at times, but how cool, calm, and collected she is.
And she's so young, and she's not going to back down. She has so much confidence in her athletic ability and her offensive ability. Oh, look at that.
Goodness me. Well, she's been starting fast in this tournament, and that has happened today as well. Nearly into rest, and again another attempt at a layup, and then should have done better there. She got the ball back, but I think she was in a bit of a rush, perhaps knowing the opponents were right behind her. And it goes, and Valters puts it up and in. Mashadri is going to check into the game, the veteran.
I think this is the fastest we've seen her come off the bench in this tournament. Maybe he says, you know, we said it's women against girls out there. Maybe he wants to start putting in some older players.
Chinelli misses from long range, and Van Loo pushes it quickly for Belgium. And don't forget, Belgium had an extra day off because they went straight to the quarterfinals after finishing first in their group. So maybe that extra day of rest is allowing them to have an extra bounce in their step. Chinelli's going to come out, and as you look at Zandalicini again, she has got so many ways that she can help Italy, and they're going to want her on the court as much as possible. Valters on the baseline. And look at her getting position there. And then being fouled from behind. It's not a bad foul from Italy.
No, it's not. You know, they have fouls to give. You don't want them to score.
Well, it turns out it's a bad foul. Because now Belgium has a chance for a three-point play. Mestag is one of these players that just knows how to put the ball in the basket.
She is. She's already shown her shooting depth, hitting that first three of the game. So now they're concerned. You know, they already knew she was a three-point shooter, so you have to get up a little close. But she's talented enough that if you're too close, she can go by you.
And she goes three-point play.
It is incredible. We did not see Belgium play a couple years ago. Because I'm sure they must have been pretty close to being at the last EuroBasket, quality-wise, talent-wise. Dato, double dribble is the call.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a little hesitation, but she brought her hand up to the ball.
She's had a couple of turnovers now. She had one pass intercepted, and Belgium are threatening here to put up a big lead on the Italians. And Bianco is concerned. And then it goes again to Messerman. And he's going to call timeout because, quite frankly, folks, Belgium are doing anything and everything they want on the offensive end, and they're being incredibly disruptive on the defensive end.
They are, and you know, we saw Italy's game plan, defensive plan was, okay, we're going to have to switch. We're going to switch, we're going to front, and try and deny the ball into a Messman. And it's not working. Plain and simple, it's not working. She's too skilled. She can, you know, if you're fronting, she can seal you. They can look high-low. But then we've also seen her not get the ball, but have been in great rebounding position on the offensive end. So what do? How do you stop her? I think we're going to see him switch up his defense here because, you know, 16 points with 4 minutes left, too many points if you want to win a game. And they're starting to pull away. You can kind of feel that a little bit.
Abby have the continuity behind. Only one. Watch out.
I mean, you know, you look back at the roster of the Belgian team back in 2015, and you have several players in that team during this team, but also a couple of very important players that weren't there, and it was Messman and Baltus. So this goes to show perhaps how vital these players are.
Yeah, I mean, you think of Belgium women's basketball, and there are two names and faces that come up instantly.
So in it goes again. Zandalicini. Any hope for Italy is Zandalicini to keep this thing close. Everything going according to plan for Coach Mestek. And all smiles on the bench as Van Loo comes out. Shows a moment with his teammates. It's like, nothing to this quarterfinal stuff. Into Valters. If you're going to give away the baseline that easily, there's not going to be any help. You might as well just go home right now.
Really, and you know, someone like Ann Waters, who's 36 years old, do you know how many times she's made that layup? She's not going to miss that.
Oh, Rest puts up a three. Oh, boy, that was good timing.
It really was. But right now, Italy needs to dig down. They need to get stops. We haven't seen them stop Belgium yet on offense. We've seen Belgium miss, but we haven't seen them stop.
Oh, wow. Again. I just wonder if we could see, as Rest commits to foul, the combination, what would be an Italian twin tower combination of Formica and Rest. Rest is going to have to come out eventually. Just bring them out. Whenever Walters and Messerman come out, then take them out. Because right now, size-wise, they are so exposed.
They really are. But, you know, you worry about putting Rest and Formica in for Italy, and then they have no one on the bench to come in and play five. So, you know, so you put them in for a few minutes together, then give one of them a break, and then switch them out together, and then go ahead and put them back in together. But and you know what, to be honest, I'm not sure that either one of them is fast enough to be able to guard Messman.
Look at Dato get in. I know what I'm thinking here about Italy, what they've got to do. Foul out the perimeter. I think they've got to really go to plan B and really start to ratchet up the pressure and try to make it a crazy game, because right now this tempo favors Belgium.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, Italy has fast, athletic guards. Maybe they need to pick up, slow things down for Belgium, and annoy Belgium's entry pass into their bigs. You know, make that the difficult part. Maybe get a few touches on the pass into the post.
So the 20-year-old Lenskens comes in for Valters. What an opportunity for her and her young career to be on the same team as Valters. And she's coming in for her.
You know, I'm sure she grew up idolizing her. And now to be able to play with the person who is your role model as a basketball player, it must be an incredible feeling.
Zandalicini and Formica not able to rebound. Lenskens already coming down with a board. I mean, Linskens doesn't give much away in size. She didn't get the pass from Mestag. Delar inside, Messerman again. Here she is, and she gets it and goes up. And gone. The bigs are just really lowering the boom on Italy.
Italy needs to figure out what to do. But how talented is Messerman? Look at this. How many bigs do you know who can read that kind of a play and make that pass? Would it not be great to play with her?
Goodness me. And look at this. Formica unable to get the rebound.
And these are lost possessions for Italy. That should have been their rebound.
And Mestag, oh boy, they're looking powerful, the Cats. They win this game, they're going to the World Cup next year. And right now, they're up 14 points.
And they just look so skilled at every position.
Machadri for three, and the box out, Delar on Formica. And the coach, Capobianco, is going to watch as Messerman goes in once again.
How fast was that spin move?
And I'll tell you right now, she is the most dominating player, the most dominant player that we have seen at this EuroBasket on this evidence here in the first quarter. It has been breathtaking.
It's beautiful. The way she plays is just beautiful basketball.
And the bounce pass, you know, everything is hard for Italy. Garini's going to come in, Henry's going to come in. Italy's trailing by 16, and they're just making it look easy. Belgium. And you saw the look of resignation on the face of Zandalasini when she was out, had the hand, I mean, not really up, but she knew. She knew the ball was going in.
She did.
From Mestag from the three-point line.
As soon as Mestag released it, you saw Zandalasini sort of lower her head before the ball even hit the rim, or didn't even hit rim, before the ball was even halfway to the basket.
And those poor Italian fans are watching as Italy suffer. And right now, they need to really try to give them something. The pace, you can see Capobianco is like, we have got to play faster. We've got to put some pressure on this team. Sophie Hendricks and Kripa, great, you know, talk about the defense. Well, there's your defensive leader, really. And now, an unsportsmanlike foul on Hendricks will allow Kripa to go take 2 free throws and Italy with a chance to shave 4 or 5 points off the deficit.
And Jeff, this is what we talked about. We said Italy needs to get up and pressure on the outside so you can prevent the inside pass. And you know, we've seen Kripa, I think she had the play of the game against Hungary with that sort of stripping the Hungarian who got the rebound, and that's what helped them win the game. So we know that she can come in and give them that spark.
I mean, right now, the coach must be saying, right, Messerman, Walters on the bench, let's go. Let's go Italy, let's put some pressure. Let's try to take advantage of this moment and try to regroup.
Yes, and you know, you look at the Belgium roster, and that's where I wonder how far they can go in this tournament because they don't have a deep roster.
Well, they tried to go inside, and Formica was blocked. And just the quality of Linskens coming off the bench has been sensational.
We've seen so many young basketball players here who are going to have a great, long, amazing future playing for their national team. We really have. Women's basketball is only going to get more exciting as the years go on.
Oh, the pass out to Linskens. If she had hit that, I just would have pulled up the chair and gone home. I mean, that is, the ball is out of bounds, and Italy not able to shave any more points off the deficit, so they are down 14 points at the end of one. Oh, wait, they're going to say there's a little bit of time left on the clock. And Belgium are going to have the ball, so.
I think the refs don't actually know who it went off of, and you saw the ref went to a jump ball.
If it could be a break. It could be a break for Italy if that's the case, because then they'll start off the second quarter with possession.
You know, talking about Italy and talking about Belgium and how deep they are. You have Mestag, King Mestag, who plays 35.5 minutes a game. You know, you have your bigs who are playing 37, 35 in Messman Waters, they have 4 players playing in mid to high 30 minutes. That is an incredible amount of minutes to play. That's a lot of minutes on your legs. So it'll be interesting to see if Coach Mestag can, get this lead, rely on his bench, and maybe be able to play some of the backup players. So you think about the next game as well.
That's a very good point, especially with Walters being 36 years old. We know that Messman, she starts great. Maybe she slows down a little bit in the second half.
And that might be a fatigue thing, right?
But on the other hand, if you're up 14, you want to go ahead and lower the boom and knock Italy out if you can.
You do, absolutely.
You want to put the game away, because it is a team that won't give up. And the long one for Mestag. So I'm guessing that was actually a privilege that they had the jump ball arrow, because they will start with possession. But they're down 14 after 1.
Let's see on the Jumbotron what he will choose to
Look at
play.
the shooting percentages for Belgium. I mean, they are, Italy's not stopping them.
No, they're not.
9 of 15 inside the arc.
It's impossible.
Terrific start by the Cats. Well, Shona, we're looking at the highlights here of the first quarter, and it's been all Belgium. And, if you're the coach of Italy right now, you must be thinking, right, we're taking on water, we're going down. We have got to do something to survive.
And it starts with defense. I think he needs to switch something up. Belgium, in their first 3 games, shot 44% from the field. That's an incredibly high, efficient percentage. But today we see them shooting 60%. They already have 5 offensive rebounds. This isn't a strong rebounding team. They only have 7. In their first 3 games, they have 7 offensive rebounds, and they already have 5. So Italy needs to clamp down on defense, and they need to rebound. And I think I've said that so many times about Italy in this tournament already. So let's see if they can do that.
And now back to the game.
Well, the bad news for Italy is that Walters is back on the floor. The good news is they've got 3 quarters left. Formica takes the jumper, and inside it's Penna with the offensive rebound. So that's not something that we saw really in the first quarter, so that's a good sign for Italy.
That is a good sign, and with Messman not on the floor right now, maybe they can crash the boards a little bit.
And Hannah Messerman now is in. Her sister Kim on the bench. And good reach there from Penna. And the pressure again comes up with a steal. Guarini pulls up, short jumper, and it's out. Penna for the offensive board. And has it taken away. And I think Carprio is that's a tough call on her. She just reached in, so a break for Italy.
She did. She looked a little frustrated after that call. She said, I didn't foul her. I was just aggressive. I was the stronger person going after the ball there.
Guarini at the line and gets fouled. So a break, and Coach Mestag putting both hands to his head to say, think, don't foul the jump shooter.
Yeah, that shot looked like it was going to be short from the beginning. But I like how Italy have already come out aggressive. This is what they need to do. They didn't do this to start the game.
It's got to start from the defensive end. I mean, you can say that about every team. Most of the coaches, they prefer to talk about their team's defense, certainly, than singling out great offensive performances, because they know that it's a defensive effort, a team collective effort. And we're seeing a little bit of it now from Italy. And Guarini, who frankly is coming off a tough couple of games, has come out and started brightly here for the Italians. So they've got it back to 10 points. Now the high pick, and then the bounce pass from Caprio goes out of bounds, and Julie Van Loo is going to come back in, and Caprio is going to go out. And Messman also comes back, so Mestag has seen enough. He doesn't want to lose any of the momentum. He doesn't want to see that lead erode here and give Italy a chance.
Yeah, I think that's a good job by Coach Mestag.
So Crippa hands it off to Guarini. And now Zandalicini puts up a tough shot, but she's made that shot in this tournament. So probably something for you're gonna have to give her. Look at Crippa get on the floor and get after it. It's the little things that she does that helps Italy win games.
It is. She is such a spark plug on defense.
Look at Guarini dribbling through a lot of players there. Penna puts up a long one. Go! And just like that, Italy has shaved the deficit to just 7 points. What an inspired comeback led by Crippa and Guarini, and also Penna, who now I think has scored 5 points.
Yeah, 5 points in this quarter, and you know it's the bench players for Italy who maybe they got the opportunity to watch and say, okay, you know what, we're just playing flat. We're not being aggressive. We're not taking chances. We have to come in and bring some energy, and that's what they have done at the beginning of this second quarter. But you know what, it all starts with defense.
Top score, look, 19.
Again, next one.
Those
We go again.
points.
The heads.
I mean, it's just incredible, isn't it?
It really is. So how do you shut down Meslin, Waters, Mestag? If you're Italy, you have to think, you know, you got to come up with something else. I noticed on the last defensive possession for Italy, they were originally switching the cross screen down low, and they only bumped and then chased out their player because they were switching earlier and it wasn't working. They were getting scored on over the top. The guards could just not push out Messman, Waters, or deny them. So I like seeing this different defensive strategy by the Italian coach going into the second quarter.
You can see Zandalicini's numbers there. She's trying to carry the team. And, you know, it's funny because we talked about it when Kim Mestag hit that three, and Zandalicini was almost had the look of, we're going to get killed today.
Yeah, it was a look of defeat almost, and you know, wanted to tell her, hey guys, don't worry, you still have a lot of time. And I'm sure that's what Coach said in between the quarters.
And Mestag gets around Zandalicini. Zandalicini got a hand on it, and the Italians have taken it away again. It's all from the defensive end for the Azzurri. Look at the cross-court pass. Penna or Zandalicini. Good! Goodness me, they have resurrected their hope. What a run from the Italians. And now Zandalicini called for foul, standing in the way of Mestag. You know, I mean, the way Italy have come, it's on Penna. The way Italy have come back, you know, you have to wonder if you're Belgium, if you're like, goodness me, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were about 10 minutes ago. Because they had Italy on the ropes. I mean, there was no question about it. Things have changed quickly.
And
Jumper and rebound, but Penna, boy, she is really bringing it.
Belgium only had 3 turnovers at the end of the quarter, and they already have 7 now. So Italy has picked up their defense, and Belgium hasn't been able to take care of the ball.
Oh, tough shot from Guarini. What was she doing? Well, Van Loo. And the foul from Mika. You've got to be much more patient offensively. I mean, I know the shot clock was down to about 8 seconds, but that was an awful shot here. They get the ball inside the Baltus, and foul called on the Italian center. and he really needs to work his rotation. The Italian coach today, Andrea Capobianco, because they've got to put the pressure. They've got to keep it up. Sanfilocini comes out for the first time, and Gorini comes out. And now Dotto is back in, as well as De Preto, who's an Energizer bunny, to put it mildly. And it goes again. Good help from Dotto, but that leaves Mestag or Van Loo open, rather. Van Loo hitting the three.
Van Loo plays in Italy, so these players know who she is, and they know, even though she hasn't scored well in this tournament, that she can score.
Well, that was good handling there from Formica, and nice shot from Kripa. Quickly, great job getting the ball quickly to Mestag, and Belgium take it right back.
Kripa's a little disappointed in her teammates because she shot the ball on the baseline, and she was the first defender back. That's impossible to do if Belgium's going to run out like that. You need someone else to get back and be there on defense, transition defense.
That's a rough call on De Preto, I have to say. That was Italy moving the ball extremely well on offense.
It was. That's kind of the we say there's the Euro step, and then you kind of say there's the American hop step. And maybe these refs haven't really seen the sort of hop through step, but it's a tough call.
West comes back in. But, it's all about playing fast, and really it's something that Capobianco has been stressing from the start of the tournament. We need to play fast on both ends of the floor. Both Van Loo and Mestag have popped it from three-point range, and they got so many weapons. Here she is again, Mestag!
And Kripa can't go under that screen. You never go under a screen on a good three-point shooter, so I'm not sure if that was miscommunication, but you always have to go over the screen.
I think another shot by Belgium, and they might have to get a timeout.
Oh,
Kripa
beautiful.
goes right down.
We haven't really seen that from her, have we? She's been the spark plug, the defensive stopper, but she hits her open shots, but we haven't seen her be aggressive and take the ball all the way to the hoop like that.
She has just gotten better as the tournament has gone on. Kripa, now a foul from Dotto. And that was the third team foul for Italy. The love comes out, and coming in is Mel White. Messaman misses, so shows she's human.
I didn't know if she was when the game first started.
Look at Dotto push it quickly for the Italians. Kind of hands it back to Kripa. Over to Ress. And she misses everything, but it was such an air ball that it bounced to Dotto. It didn't touch anything. The Italians know it. They haven't reset the shot clock. Kripa was aware, and they ended up with a tough shot. Good job by Belgium. Van Loo. Mestag again. I cannot believe how good she is. She is on fire.
You're letting your three-point shooter
and
wide open.
Shot blocked by Messaman. Now back to Mestag. And great D from Dotto. And a telegraph pass from Mestag. And all that hard work from Italy coming back, and the Belgians are just they just shoot the ball so well. Very difficult to come back. They trailed by as many as 16. Italy, I think, got it back to 4 or 3, and now the lead has gone back up to 10 points.
That's been Mestag. We've seen her leak out in transition for an easy 2. She's 3 for 5 from three-point range. She already has 16 points. She's averaging 13.7 for the tournament.
And I'll tell you what, there's another stat on there that's extremely important. As you see that three-point shooting. Mestag has not only got 16 points, 3 of 5, but she's got 5 assists, which suggests when she does have a hand in her face, she's finding the open teammate. 20 points in the paint for Belgium. That is the Messaman and Belgium factor.
It is. They're just so tough. I mean, you have a shooter like Mestag.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, her hand was kind of in her face there. Look at this.
I think we're just going to have to change her middle name to Automatic because she makes it. It's like something that I haven't seen really in this tournament. I mean, she is phenomenal.
The only thing, like I mentioned before, what worries me is she's already played 14 minutes. If she plays the rest of this quarter, that means she only sat down for about 2. Can she maintain a 36-minute game?
I don't know, but they're going to have to pour some water on her when she goes to halftime. She might start a fire. She's so
Finally,
hot.
she misses. But, you know, you saw Dotto guarding her, and Dotto's so concerned about Waters that she goes in to try and help and leaves Mestag open.
Messaman. Good job by Ress stepping in front of her. Now Dotto, and they've got to continue this pace, Italy. Kripa. And I tell you, Italy are not looking that bad shooting the ball themselves. I mean, that was almost in the ring. A reach and a foul called on Italy.
And you know, that's Catherine Ress's second foul. They do not want to lose her.
Maybe they need to put Formica back in for the final 3:36. And good move by the coach from Italy to continue to shuffle in the guards and to try to keep the pressure on. And Satana needs to realize here, defensively is where it's going to happen. And you know, because Italy are moving the ball well, so got to really share the ball. And a great play from Zandalasini. She even makes rebounds look spectacular. Oh, beautiful dump into Rest. She couldn't finish. Great hustle from Penna. So Mestog, oh, look at Rest. Great play from her inbounding the ball off of.
I mean, you don't normally see the 5 players inbounding the ball, and she just decided to use the backside of Waters. Give herself an easy 2.
Delar, and the ball goes out of bounds, and Waters looking a little tired. As, you know, and look who was guarding her there. It was Penna. And again, a little bit of a recovery here from Italy. As long as Mestag is not drilling the threes, they've got a chance. Zandalasini. Jumper from her. And good box out from Mestag.
Oh.
But again, a little bit of a...
That is...
Why do you make that call? Just let it go out of bounds, right?
I mean, that... Oh, it's Italy ball.
Okay, so they called it.
Okay, so they were saying the boxing.
He was
the
saying
person
he was
boxing
wrapping the
out.
hands. Yeah, it was a good call.
Yeah, okay. I was worried that was on Catherine Rest, and I was going to say that's her 3rd. She's going to have to go to the bench.
So it was on Mestag for the foul, the 2nd. I'll tell you as well, I mean, as important as the Twin Towers are for Belgium, you don't want to lose Mestag the way she's shooting it, because you take away that perimeter threat.
You absolutely don't.
She could pick up another one, so the coach takes her out. I don't know if that's why he's done it, but
She might be a little tired too.
Satana. And a push on Van Loo. That's the 14th foul on Belgium.
So you see a little bit of maybe fire lit in the eyes of Italy now. I think they felt, hey, you know what? This game's not over. We're more talented than we showed in the first quarter, and they've come out and they've really been in control, I think. But it started with defense. Those early turnovers, they forced turnovers, and they got easy baskets.
Now Satana, who's been sitting a lot today, comes out and misses the long jump shot. Now it's back to Caprio. And now Messerman, who's just terrorized this team. She makes the pass. And a long jump shot from Nellos is good.
You know, she came on for Mestdog, didn't she? She said, hey, guess what? I can shoot threes too.
Yeah, Mestdog takes a seat and her replacement drills it.
It's a good job by Italy. You know, get to the free throw line, settle down a little bit. But I think we're going to be saying this all game. How good is Messman? You know, if she sees individual one-on-one coverage, she's scoring. But she's so aware as soon as they send the double, and she's aware of where it comes from and where the open man is going to be. And she can also execute and get the pass there on target.
Boy, it has been a fantastic, fascinating quarterfinal between these two teams, and Belgium kind of getting the momentum back with that last three-pointer.
So we see Italy now in a 2-3 zone, it looks like.
Yep, the penetration in the miss from Caprio. Satana quickly to Zandalicini. Penna has it. Bounce pass to Zandalicini. They're going to count it!
Oh.
And this is the Zandalicini that we've watched all tournament.
She's so athletic and strong for her age. Look at this. I think she even fumbled the ball while in the air and was able to get the contact, shoot it, and finish. You know, I imagine the new coach of Skio, Thierry Vincent from France.
Thierry Vincent, the former France national team coach.
Yes, he is watching Zandalicini play right now in this tournament, and his mouth is watering. I can tell you that.
Be interesting to see how she fits into that system. Will he turn that style? Will he have a style of play that he had when he was playing at Bourges, or will he play differently? I don't know, but look at Coach Mestdog. He's, you know, the sense of urgency is there. But Zandalicini with 12, she's at the line. She should go to 13. Boy, we have got some great players in European basketball. I mean, they are some ballers. Zandalicini, Kim Mestdog, Messerman. It is the EuroBasket Women this season. I have to say, it's one of the best that I've ever seen. No wonder we haven't seen the likes of Serbia and Russia make it this far. And the Czechs, I mean, you can see there's a lot more balance in the competition this year. Zandalicini trying to get the three-point play, get it back to a 7-point deficit. Messerman or Zandalicini.
Can I have both? I'll put Zandalicini at 3.
They should make a deal after this game and say, why don't we play together at some point?
Messman at 4.
And Valters has it. And Zandalicini trying to keep her out. Then the touch and 2 shots. And Zandalicini has picked up the foul. And, you know, clearly the foul on the jump shooter is not what you want. Zandalicini is your second. Valters is looking a little more tired here in the second quarter, you know, compared to the first quarter when they were so rampant.
And like I said, you know, at 36 years old, she's obviously the veteran, probably the emotional leader of this team as well. And throughout this tournament, she's playing 35 minutes. Those are a lot of minutes for, you know, a 36-year-old, to be honest. You know, we keep watching these amazing performances by veterans, and it keeps on making me think that I need to come out of retirement.
Maybe so. Hey, look, Zandalicini misses the jumper, and now another chance for Belgium to extend their lead. And if Belgium can go back up by another 2 or 4 points, and they will, and now Italy, having done such a good job and worked so hard to cut it back, they just find this Belgium team just to be relentless on the offensive end. They've almost scored, you know, they're up around the half-century mark in the first half. And the ball is out of bounds off Zandalasini, the coach. He's trying to get a timeout. And now, and Capo Bianco has had words with the referee. Mestad comes back in. And they go back up here by 13, 14 points by the end of this half court. That is going to be deflating for Italy.
I think there's a little confusion here about what's going on. Is Kripa allowed to check in or not? So the ref is saying no, she cannot check in. She's going, I already handed the ball to Ann Waters, and Kripa was not on the bench. So, you know, Zandalasini and Catherine Rest need to be careful here because they both have 2 fouls, and you would hate to see Italy go into halftime with 2 of their top players with 3 fouls.
Well, they're going to attack. They're going to get it to Walters. Good! What a crucial shot. And what a deflating. I mean, the comeback by Italy, so much energy, so much self-belief improved in that comeback. And Belgium just have proved relentless. I mean, they have gone back in front by 13. What a team the Belgian Cats are.
They really are. And, you know, look at their players. You have Mestark with 16 points, 5 assists. Look at the percentage they are shooting. 62% from 3, 54, 83% from the free throw line. They're just not missing. 13 assists already. They're on their way to 26 assists in a game. That's how unselfish they are. They just, you know, I am so impressed with Messman. She has 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. She's the kind of player who could have a triple-double.
You can see the Italian coaches talking to the refs, really hot under the collar about, I don't know if it was one specific play or just the way the game has gone, but really wanting to make their point made before they go to halftime. And you got to be careful because the refs can call it a technical foul in that situation. But anyway, we know the Italians can be emotional as well. And this is an emotional game.
They're passionate, let's say that.
So 46-33 at halftime. It's been a whale of a quarterfinal here between Belgium and Italy. The Belgians on top. We'll be back for the second half. Make sure you're there.
胜利，一瞬间，燕京人将白题。
Přehledné a aktuální informace z vašeho kraje, okresu i nejbližšího okolí. Luštění a křížovky pro celou rodinu. Rozšířená sportovní rubrika i pravidelné přílohy TV magazín, deník plný bydlení a magazín ženy. Objednujte si na 14 dní zdarma na 272 015 015. Mnohaletý technologický vývoj. Investice do moderních ekologických technologií. Jednou z nejdelších distribučních soustav vytápíme 60 000 domácností. Díky vaší spolupráci a důvěře můžeme vyrábět opravdu čistou, levnou a spolehlivou energii. Elektrárny do Patovice. Jsme tepelné srdce východních Čech. I soutěžní jezdci už to vědí. Přichází vůz, jaký tu ještě nebyl. Atraktivní, sebejistý, bezpečný, prostorný, luxusně vybavený. Prostě nejlepší český liftback všech dob. A teď ujedu všem. Nový Hyundai i30. Hyundai. Matony na pomerančovém banku. Tam máš dávu. Vaše hvězdy chutí jídlem. Ochucená matony s ovocnou šťávou.
Každý všední den v 9 hodin ráno vám přinášíme výjimečné hosty, zajímavá témata s osobnostmi, které mají co říct. Host Lucie Výborné od pondělí do pátku od 9 hodin živě na Radiožurnálu. Univerzita Hradec Králové fandí basketbalu.
46-33, Belgium on top of Italy here at halftime in Prague. And the quarterfinals, the winner clinches a spot in the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup next year in Spain. And the loser will still have a chance to get to Spain, but they will not have a chance like the winner to still get to the podium. And on the evidence of that first half, you have to think Capobianco's Italy, they are going to have to do something extraordinarily special to see off this Belgium team, because Belgium just, they bend but they don't break, and Mestag's team is just resilient. Flashy, I mean, they poured in 46 first half points. They overcame some difficult moments as well. They're an impressive unit.
They really are, and how do you stop them? You know, you have Ann Vauders and Messman, who are clutch from inside. I mean, if they catch the ball anywhere near or around the basket, they're going to score. And then, so let's say you double them anytime they catch the ball or go to make a move. We're seeing Belgium be able to knock down threes. You know, Mestag is already 3 for 6. We have Van Loo, her first open 3 she knocked down. She's 1 for 1. You know, Mestag went to the bench with those two fouls, and the person, you know, Noiliers checks in and goes 1 for 1. So it's not like, oh, hey, well, let's shut down Mestag, because other people are doing it for them as well. And then Waters and Messman are so talented that they can pass. So, you know, if I'm Italy, I'm thinking maybe I try and pressure the guards a little bit more to make that post pass a little difficult, and maybe give your, you know, Italian post players a chance to get around front, 3-quarter. You just got to make things difficult, and I guess hope that they start missing.
You really have to keep the likes of Messman as far away from the basket as possible. And you also have to be aware that when you double her, she's able to pass the ball. So, and it's the same with Mestag out on the perimeter. I mean, she was either killing them with threes or she was making the killer passes when they came out to guard her. They are really playing well offensively.
You know, when Italy made that little bit of a run in the run, they're still down 13, but you felt a momentum change at the beginning of the second quarter, and it's because they forced Belgium into early turnovers. You know, they only had 3 turnovers at the end of the first quarter, and then halfway through the second quarter, they had already jumped up to 8. So I think that's the way that Italy needs to try and disrupt this, let's say, potent offensive team that is Belgium.
Second half action is underway. And Van Loo starts Delar back out as well. And the pass off the backboard, and that gives Italy a chance to run. But then Dotto almost fumbles it away. Gets it back. Dotto dumps it off to Ress. Ress, tough shot for her. Not what they're looking for, really. And now Messman again draws a foul. Look at that.
Two free throws for Belgium, number 11, Emma Messman.
So Messman, who has, I think it's fair to say she has terrorized this team. This is the first free throw. I mean, do you think it's sustainable, the way that they shot the ball in that first half?
Traditionally, I think you would say no. That being said, Belgium averaged 46% in their first 3 games, which is also still an incredibly high offensive shooting percentage.
And Ress has taken 2 shots here at the start and missed, and now Belgium come back. So that, you know, that we talk about it all the time. That first 5 minutes after the break, you need to establish yourself if you're Italy, if you're going to have a chance. And Zandolosini gets a hand in the face of Messiman, now Dotto, and somehow gets it away from Messiman, who stayed back. Zandolosini.
If she had made that, I might have jumped out of my seat. And the thing is, she makes incredibly tough shots.
And again, ball knocked out of bounds. So nothing yet. Both teams kind of cooling off, in fact, here at the start of the second half.
You know, there's not really any foul trouble on either end. You hope that someone like a Mestag doesn't pick up her third.
Oh, boy, Dotto almost thought she had thrown that one away. That would have been bad news for Italy. It just seems almost as if they've kind of taken the foot off the pedal a little bit, both teams. Maybe they just exerted so much in the first half that the energy level's down.
Both these teams know how important this game is. One, to get to the podium. Two, the winner is going to be going to the World Cup next year. So you want to talk about a game that has a lot riding on it? This is one of those games.
Shinili was challenging Messiman. But shot clock, you know, it's getting late in the shot clock. And Walters has slowed down the court. She must have taken a knock or something. And Van Loo goes around Satana. Now Mestag travels. So she says that she's human.
She's probably mad at herself saying, shoot, I should have just shot that.
Number 5, replaces number 10, Francesca Rucco.
Now, Garini, who played so well in the first half when Italy came back, is back for points in the paint. Belgium 22, Italy 10. Tana, Chinelli, entry pass to Garini, and guarded by Van Loo. I mean, that was, you know, that's very makeable. The only thing was she was kind of falling away from the basket.
Yep.
Another pass to Walters. Villar. And boy, I think it's fair to say that Belgium have gone cold. Almost thought that Zandolosini had committed a foul there. Watch this play. Oh no, this is Garini.
It's a good little layup in contact. It's actually an incredibly tough miss. She didn't even use the backboard. It seems as though, correct me if I'm wrong, but Belgium's offense has just become stagnant.
Oh, look at the hustle from
Villar,
wow, keeping it alive. And now Italy get it back, and it gives them a chance. But she, instead of passing to the basket, good recovery from Walters to get in there to guard rest. So great hustle from Belgium.
So I'm not sure why the ball didn't get reset here, because clearly Belgium had possession while they saved the ball out of bounds to throw it back in court, no?
All right.
So
maybe they ruled she didn't have enough possession.
Okay.
Yeah. Satana at the line. Rest, crashes the board, and they're going to call offensive foul. Well, there was contact.
There was contact. That's unfortunate because it was a little bit of a late call. So I think Rest thought maybe she had got away with it early.
I think it was a good call, actually.
I do too. It was just a little late call.
Yeah.
That's all. That's why it kind of.
Walters was in position already. And as it is, Capobianco must be thinking, well, at least Belgium haven't started like a house on fire in the second half, but we've got to start getting the ball in the basket ourselves.
You know, you saw Capobianco there, a little heated, a little emotional, and he's got his warning. You know, the next one's going to be a technical.
And the jump to Messiman. Passes it back out to Van Loo. Go! It's going to happen eventually. They're not going to go ice cold.
A great inside-out ball movement there by Belgium.
We know that Italy are capable of these cold spells. And Satana drives down the lane and has a three-point play. Look at the emotion from her.
Saw Satana struggle from the free throw line in that last game.
That's right. She missed 2 critical free throws that almost cost Italy a chance to be here.
She was incredibly emotional after the game, and you think she just realized how lucky that they got, because she could have sealed the win for them. Instead, you know, she was 0 for 2.
That was against Hungary.
Yeah, she was 0 for 2 with about 10 seconds, 14 seconds left, so Hungary got the ball, and Italy was able to get a hand on the penetration pass from Hungary and cause the turnover. Oh, look at this defense.
Terrific play by Ress. She's going to go all the way. She's going to miss it, but Garini goes down, and Ress is frustrated because she knows she's got a great chance for at least the layup and maybe a three-point play.
Maybe not too comfortable dribbling the ball there for, you know, big running as fast as they can, trying to dribble down the court, and, you know, you feel a little small Van Loo Belgium guard approaching her.
She rattles in the first one. So, you know, that was Satana's first 3 points for Italy, that three-point play. And she can string together a few possessions and score. And, you know, Italy, they're kind of hanging around here.
Yeah, you know, Satana's averaged 13 points in the first 4 games, and she only has 3 tonight, so you want her to step up.
Look at the points from turnovers. 16 for Italy, 10 for Belgium. So those teams have turned it over. And Mestog gets in. Back to Walters. Van Loo. Shot clock winding down. Van Loo puts up a 3. And Zandalicini with the 2 hands brings it down.
And that's pretty good defense there by Italy. They were trying to find Messman and they couldn't. And then they were forced into Van Loo taking a very deep 3.
Satana gets a little bit of love from the rim. And just like that, Italy are proving once again they are not going to go away.
No, they're not. And like we mentioned earlier, I'm worried about the kind of minutes that these starters and stars for Belgium play. Can they maintain it? Can they maintain it in this game? And win or lose, you know they're going to go on and play for that ticket to the World Cup. Can they maintain that? Can they be a top team with only playing about 5-6 players a lot of minutes?
I have 2 faults on that side, right? I have 1.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, Belgium started so well. They shot it so well. As you see, Zandalicini has 13, West 9 to lead the scoring. But yet, you know, coming into this game, they had been 8 of 32 from long range. And in the first half today, they came out and they were 5 of 8. So you have to wonder, you know, maybe they've used up all their threes in that first half. I mean, but I find it hard to believe that they were 8 of 32 in their group games, because even on that miss, Van Loo was close.
Yeah. Have they used them all up? Are you only allotted a certain amount per game?
Oh no, I'm just thinking.
The basketball gods say, hey, we will give you 8 today.
It's unusual that you would shoot over 50% the rest of the way from the arc. And that's a tough call.
That is a very tough call. I thought that was good defense against Italy. But, you know, like we said before, we're not in there. We don't necessarily see all the angles that the refs see.
It could be that she slid in to Walters, but that is just giving away 2 points for Italy, and they can't afford to do that.
And, you know, being a basketball player, I know how crafty some people are and how they get away with things and how sometimes you get caught with things.
You're speaking of yourself, aren't you?
No, not at all. I'm, you know, the cleanest player ever.
Rini may have gotten a little push, a little barge. Satana floats in, and boy, she's starting to heat up, and they need it big time. 51-44. Satana, she hadn't scored in the first half. She's come into the game here and reeled off 7 quick points. And if you're Italy there, you must be going to the boards, just in case. And does not make the free throw. But nevertheless, cuts the deficit to 7. Now Van Loo, a little bit of pressure out. Mestag passes it back to Van Loo. Messerman. Van Loo. Wide open. And now a chance to run for Zandalicini. It's 1-on-2. She's going to go right at Waters. Oh, and she is going to score. Just yet another terrific play from Zandalicini. 15 points.
They're not going away. You know, they said, we've made it all the way to Prague. We're not going to go down without a fight. Beautiful, strong take.
Belgium just not as fluid, perhaps, not as, but also the defense from Italy is better.
The defense is definitely better. They've picked it up. They've figured out how, you know, to slow Belgium down. And you could see Belgium struggling. They're struggling with the pressure on the perimeter. It's not as easy to get those inside looks and passes.
Great pass, although it did, Italy got a hand on it. Messerman outside, and boy, you push her out that far away from the basket, and she still knocks in the jumper. Just the quality of the player. 14 points. Zandalicini, turn around on the baseline. It's back to 4 points and 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. And to be honest, I think it's the best that Italy's played in this EuroBasket Women. They have just completely flipped the switch here.
They have. And I think they can still play better, which is scary, you know. We've seen Catherine Gress, who I like that she has come out aggressive and she's trying to score and put pressure on the amazing bigs that are Messman and Fodders. But you need her to score as well. You need some bigs contributing. You can't just be a guard-oriented game to win at the next level.
Delor over to Van Loo. She goes in and gets blocked by Zandalicini.
Wow, is she athletic.
And Formica gives it to Zandalicini. I mean, she's back in the MVP talk again, especially if Italy come back and win this game, just like Messerman is for Belgium. Satana, the jumper is good. Italy has come all the way back and trailed by just 2 points.
And I wonder if Coach Mestarg is going to see what happens on offense here. And you don't really want to waste a timeout with only 2 minutes left in the third.
And the block called on Zandalicini, her third foul. And that's a good call by the ref. She was late.
Yeah, she was really late.
Zandalicini, 3 fouls. This, still with 2 minutes remaining here in the quarter. And it's a tough decision for the coach, but because she's playing so well, but maybe it is a good time to get her out because she's already played nearly 8 minutes in this third quarter.
Yeah, and you know, she needs a break anyway. She just got her third foul, so I think that's a good decision by the Italian coach.
Messerman, they really need her now to kind of shoulder the burden offensively to try to get some touches down low. I mean, they've not functioned well here at this end of the court.
Yeah, it hasn't been the offensive team that we saw in the first half. The first quarter especially.
And also Mestag has yet to score here in the second half.
You know what I like? She hasn't forced anything.
And Satana comes in, gets another rebound. Chinelli's going to launch a three.
Oh, great position for a rebound there.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
Belgium standing around now under the boards, and it leads to another three-point play opportunity. And alarm bells are definitely ringing now back in Antwerp because Belgium's lead has been sliced to 2, and Formica can take it to 1.
I think that's the third and 1 in this quarter. Am I right? You know, if you're going to foul a shooter, you cannot afford to let them even have a hope of making the basket. If you're going to foul, foul.
But the other thing is they gave away 2 offensive rebounds, and it wasn't like they were, you know, Italy were going hard to the glass. It just seemed like Belgium were kind of standing around. And Formica, though, misses the free throw.
Opportunity there.
But they've shot it pretty well from the line tonight, 10 of 13, or today. And Pilar has it. You got to really tip your hat to Satana. I know she has her critics, but boy, she's answered them here in the third quarter. In it goes. What a find from Caprio. And Mestag goes to 18 points. And now the reach, almost a steal from Caprio. Satana, the jumper, a little bit out of control. And Caprio coming off the bench and making a nuisance of herself defensively. Here she is. Goes between the legs. Walters, bounce past Caprio. She puts up a three. And that was long, off the back of the rim. Italy have been so effective here with what they've been doing. They need, you know, I'm sure Capobianco is going to reinforce that we need to keep doing what we're doing. Satana, that's much better. Had her feet, you know, set. Nobody came out and guarded her.
The previous shot, she wasn't set, right?
Exactly. She was off
and you
balance.
saw the difference in those last 2 shots by her, the one she made and the one she missed.
Final seconds ticking off the third. Caprio again has it knocked away. Italy and Chinelli think she needed to get it to Guarini, but nevertheless, I give up. I give up trying to figure out basketball. It looked like Belgium were going to run away with it. Now they trail, or excuse me, they lead only 57-55 after 3.
So Belgium have cooled off just slightly. And you know, you said, can they keep up that kind of shooting percentage?
Well, 3 quarters are in the books. Satana, she hadn't scored by halftime, but she's come out and ignited Italy here in the third quarter. And, you know, because we follow these teams in these tournaments, you really do become almost fans of all these teams. And you hate to see them go out of the competition, or you hate to see them lose. But in sports, you're only going to have one team that wins and one team that loses. And without question, the team that doesn't win this game, boy, it is going to be tough. Tough to overcome.
It is, and we almost saw in that first quarter, Belgium just was so efficient on the offensive end. And you saw Italy lowering their heads. They were, you know, they weren't really believing in themselves anymore. And it was that second unit in the start of the second quarter that came out and I think showed them, like, hey, we can play with these guys. We just got to clamp down on defense, and gave them a few extra possessions, but more than anything, showed them what to do. And now, you know, you have the people stepping up. Zandalicini, Sotana in the third quarter, scoring 11 points. You know, they've just checked in Kripa the start of this quarter, who's just a
consistently excellent defensively.
Yes, you know, she just gets her hands. She fights on every possession. So this has now become a game.
Walters up top. They give it to Linskins. Excuse me, it's Nowali. And now it's Messaman. And boy, she was patient.
Oh, wow. So I think she was double, triple teamed, waited, dribbled out of it, didn't turn the ball over.
Boy, that was big. And Garini gets blocked by Messman, who now has made great offensive play, and now at the other end, a SWAT. She's on the SWAT team. How many blocks does she have today?
I think sometimes the Italian guards.
And the find Delar, and Mestog has clearly discovered something here. If they're going to be extending the defense, do some backdoor cuts.
Yes.
Let's go to the basket.
You know, that was kind of off a back pick almost. And hey, you know what? If they're trying to push you out meter and a half past the three-point line, you're going to be open on back cuts. Back screens, you're going to be wide open because they're not going to be able to guard you. You know, the post isn't going to be able to help out. So I think we've seen the offense that went a little stagnant in the third quarter for Belgium. They've come out and showed us why they were up at the half, why they had that great 27-point first quarter. And good call by Coach Capobianco to call a timeout, maybe settle his teammates down. And it just sometimes the Italian guards, they force it.
See the shooting numbers there. I think also it's a case of Capobianco. He doesn't want to mess around here with Zandalicini keeping her out of the game too long. So
I guess when she checks back in, she's going to be in the rest of the time.
But the thing is, you know, Belgium, if they put another couple quick baskets up there, they're back in front by 10. So it's a risky taken right now just to get her a few extra minutes, and considering the three fouls. And now Carini, the ball is going out of bounds off of her. And it's Carpio who has come out and really also made a difference for this Belgium team. And just like that, Zandalicini is going to check into the game. And for Kripa. Well, it's time to dig in if you're Italy, and if you're Belgium, you want to certainly turn the screw a little bit. Carpio has brought a real sense of just a real spark.
She has, you know, she hasn't scored a lot for them, but she's created. She's doing everything she needs to do to be a leader. I mean, this team has scores, so you don't really need to score, but you need to do those other little things. Like, there you go.
Wow. That is great play by her once again. Italy had the steal, and they didn't get the ball, and suddenly they're down 8. And that's a veteran for you, Carpio. I mean, she's come out and contributed. Zandalicini goes in, almost loses it. And then Chinelli just has it taken away by Mestek, who quite frankly is, I'm going to tell you her numbers here in a second, and they are impressive. And Chiruki Carpio, again, looking to make a killer pass. Ooh, she almost walked. And Italy dodged the bullet.
Italy looks like they used up a lot of energy in that third quarter, Jeff. You know, that ball just hit that rebound just hit the ground. They're not being aggressive. They're not going after it.
Chinelli, and also Belgium's D has picked up a little bit. Noelis on Satana and the bump. Now listen to these numbers from Messerman. 20 points, okay, 9 of 14 from the floor, 2 of 4 at the line. She's got 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and the one that I like the most is to block shots. She's got 5 blocks.
You know, I think she's taller. I think she has a long, like we said again, we need to find out what their arm reach is. Because she is playing taller than she looks.
Now this is interesting. 2 quick fouls on Belgium. They don't want to get to a situation where they put Italy on the line and give them opportunities to score points.
No, you don't, because you put them on the line, especially when you're the team that's down. That's what you want. You want to stop the clock and be able to get points at the same time.
Penna played very well in the first half. She's back in the game for Italy on a 0. And rests off the back of the rim.
You saw
ball goes out of bounds. Ress is, again, she has struggled with her shot today. She's 3 of 11 from the floor, and then that ball goes out of bounds, so Italy catch a break.
I think that was, in my opinion, Caprio just getting a little bit too fancy. You know, she could have made a simple pass to Ann Vaughters for an easy 2 points. See, right here, you see them trying to find the mismatch.
Well, Penna, I mean, that's not going to happen. Why do you attack?
I don't know. She just turned into her defender.
Well, how many block shotters? I mean, that's Ramen with the block. Belgium as a team today squatted quite a number of shots. They've got 7 blocks.
That's a lot for the women's game.
Italy have not blocked a shot. And if you look at the...
Remember?
No, it hasn't recorded.
You know what play I'm talking about, right? She came over from help side.
Yeah, they've not recorded, at least on these stats. Carpio drives in, and the ball goes out of bounds with 2.4 seconds. 6:35 to go. Mustad is going to come back in. Mustad sends in his daughter. Before he does, he says, now go do this. I want you home by 11.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, don't foul. Shoot when you're open.
Walters. That would have been a dagger if that had gone in.
It would. You know, Italy needs a score now.
Zandolcini fell asleep. And again, Carpio this time will have the layup. And we talk about making contributions from the bench. Ronan has come out, had a huge block, and then she chased down Zandolcini and knocked the ball away. Belgium now with 32 points in the paint. And it's the little things like that that could end up leading Belgium into the semifinals. Traveling is the call. And Zandolcini had no idea that she was chasing from behind.
Yeah, they didn't. And you know, it's one of those where you kind of get mad at your teammates a little bit too. You know, why didn't you guys tell me? Why weren't you screaming? Hey, watch out from behind. So.
Sure, that was the play. And Dato has been on the bench for a long time. Satana looks like she's tired. And Mustad almost comes up with the steal. And Italy right now are decidedly on the back foot and lacking all of a sudden. Seemingly they don't have the impetus. Because Belgium, they're down, they just seem to be picking up their energy level a little bit. Maybe they sense they've got a chance to go ahead and win this. Deliver the knockout. Look at the D. She kind of drives in. Oh, what a play.
That was really beautiful.
Shielded Messerman.
She really did. You saw Messerman, I thought, was actually going to get her 6th block of the game.
Satana right on her average, 13 points. Messerman short. Long rebound to Ress.
You wonder if maybe Messerman's getting a little tired now.
Well, Zandolcini off the front of the rim. Ress for the offensive rebound.
And as a big, you always tell them, don't put the floor on the ground.
Yeah, you don't take
the ball, sorry. You know, she had a beautiful offensive rebound. Even if she couldn't go back up, kick it out, but you can't put the ball on the ground. People are gonna just cover you.
Ronan found Ress in her path, and then Ress takes it away. Now Dato, and now a chance to run. She's gonna push it quickly. She's gonna get into the lane. She's gonna put it up, and an opportunity goes begging. Carpio was told by the ref to get up. She thought she was going to get a charge called. And Messerman gets it and just continues. Overall, terrific performance. Satana, short, gets the rebound, puts it up, the short one again. And now you have to worry for Italy's chances, and you think Belgium might just get across the finish line. And that point guard right there that has the ball, boy, has she played a part in it.
She really has. She hasn't scored a lot for them, but she has done everything else that they have needed from her.
Both teams really tired, it seems. Gatto caught suddenly becoming part of the enemy here for Italy. Penna does a good job of getting some space. Oh, what a play. It takes a spectacular putback from Zandalicini just to kind of revive Italy's hopes. She goes to 20 points. I mean, they just can't put the ball in the basket. And Ronnie picks up the foul. Ronnie is, she's been great off the bench, but she's going to go back. And Walters replaces Rahman. Italy missed their last 7. Saw that stat. Oh boy, he does get it to go in. Just inside and stay down. 7 points now, the deficit. 3.5 minutes to go.
And this is when Italy needs to dig down and get a stop.
Can Belgium slam the door shut? Well, that's the player right there, Messerman. And Mestag is short, but Delar gets in and gets the rebound. She does a lot of the dirty work for Belgium. Mestag again, go! And that is a celebration that says we are now a step closer to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup and a spot in the semifinals here of the EuroBasket Women.
And you know, she shot that first one. She was a little short.
Just such a small proposed three-point shooting for Belgium. We saw that stat, 46%.
Zandalicini is not going to back down. She says there's still time. But do you understand how big that 3 was by Mestag?
And Cabrio and Walters give each other a hug. She's able to establish position down low. And Cabrio, if she does anything, boy, she delivers that bounce pass, doesn't she? West has 4 fouls. Watch. This was messed up.
You saw Italy in a zone there. You have to know where the other team's shooters are. And maybe that's what's separating these two teams right now.
There's a look, almost a resignation over there on the face of Capobianco. The Belgian fans, boy, they can sense it. I think you talk to those Italian fans to sticking around, even if the team doesn't. They've been good fun.
Again, 10 point difference, 32-62.
Avoids the charge, or excuse me, Zandalicini, and she misses. And Dalter's going to come back into the game.
You know, it's important here for Belgium to use the clock because the clock is their friend. Oh, beautiful pass.
Delar from the corner. Zandalicini over to Satana. And almost turns it over. Zandalicini fouled. And that's a smart play because they had a foul to give.
Smart play by...
Smart player.
Exactly. You know, the veteran knows exactly what to do in that kind of a situation. So you think maybe Giotto checked in here because I think she is the better three-point shooter.
But also defensively, they got to keep it up. Oh, Satana's going to drive in, get it to go, get it back to 8. Really need to stop. So we're not going to see really pressure. Oh, we do see pressure. And then Carpio, incredibly, takes it right back after she had it stolen. And Messerman. And also a foul.
As far as luck goes with fouls called, fouls against you, I do think Italy is not getting the benefit of the doubt in some calls.
Yeah, that's, I mean, you know, maybe they don't even come back, but the call was made.
You know, there's still a minute 39. you need a quick score. It doesn't matter if it's a 2 or 3, you need a quick score. And then the thing is, let's say Italy lose, hypothetically. They still have to regroup because they have a very important game on Saturday.
That's right.
You know, you guys, it's not over for you yet. You still have a chance to move on and
Get to the World Cup.
go to the World Cup, which look how good this Italian team is. How good do you think they're going to be next year? They're going to be even better. So it is important for them to try and get this ticket to the World Cup.
Well, Calabianco's Cruz team, they haven't given up the ghost. So Zandalicini has the 3 points to lead in his scoring. Coming up next to be Greece, Turkey. That's going to be an exciting one. We also have Spain and Latvia.
Aan de zijkant.
We'll close things up tonight with France and the Slovak Republic.
Hey, and no offense, Marjou will pass the ball. We have the interchange 2 and 1 and 3. We go with high-low.
So does the Belgian team speak English with one another? I just heard the coach giving instructions in English.
Yeah, maybe that's the
Common language between
well,
maybe it's the French
I'm sure they all
speaking and the Flemish speaking.
Yep. I guess they've just
Belgian
agreed
players?
they'll speak English.
Yeah.
And the superstar makes the free throw. 25 points, I believe it is now for Messaman. Satana for 3, short, goes off into the corner. Well, comes back. You know, Italy has struggled in this tournament with some droughts, and really it was the drought. Well, it started at the beginning of the 4th quarter. And they find Walters wide open. 1:19 remaining. The lead has gone back up. 77-64.
And
the shot by Satana.
you know, they're not going away. I think they're making it difficult for themselves right now.
Let's talk about how big this is for Belgian basketball. We know also the men have played at every EuroBasket Women's. Excuse me, the men have played at every EuroBasket since 2011. They'll play again this summer. They'll be in Istanbul. But the women, they last played in the final round of the FIBA EuroBasket Women back in 2007. That was 10 years ago.
And they've never been to a World Cup, right? So this is enormous for Belgian basketball.
Yeah, they've never been to the Olympics
Or a World Cup. So
this is,
with this a win, assuming they go on and win, there's still, don't forget, there's still a minute left.
yeah, it's not completely over.
No, it's not. So I think we're going to see them celebrating, knowing that they get to go to Spain next year for the Women's World Cup. Oh, that's difficult. You know, you play good defense for 23 seconds, and she just kind of crossed the ball on Zandalicini's foot, and the shot clock gets reset to 14.
And Messaman has another chance.
She has a 38 efficiency at the moment. She is
That's
24 years
skyrocketed.
old, has a 38, she has more points than her age. You know, and look at these stats from Belgium, the Belgian players. You have Vestarg, who has 19 points, Messman has 26, Waters has 17. Wow,
That is
to
impressive.
say the least. You know, and they're lucky that they're going to have a day off tomorrow because they played some very, very big minutes here.
Zandalicini from long range, and
That might just be it.
that's it. So you can see right now it's starting to sink in.
Yeah, Ann Vaughters goes, I have done everything. I've been a WNBA champion. I've been a EuroLeague champion. There's not much more I can do in my career. And guess what?
There is.
She has just done more in her career. So how amazing is that? And you know, Italy, they need to not hang their heads for too long because it's not over yet. The tournament's not over for them.
I mean, you know, there were a lot of people contributing to that Belgian lineup today. Mestag, the coach, Mestag, Kim Mestag, the daughter, Carpio coming out, Walters. It was a terrific thing to watch. But I'll tell you what, Belgium has quite possibly the best player in European basketball in Messerman. She was utterly dominant, utterly sensational. 27 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 block shots. She had a couple of steals. She finished with an efficiency rating of plus 41. Incredible as you look at these stats at the end of the game. Just remarkable stuff from Belgium. 25 assists to 8 assists for Italy. I mean, that in itself tells its own story. The 7 blocks that we talked about. But look at it. Messerman's name is going to be all over the place. And 27 points. Zandalicini 23. 8 rebounds for Zandalicini. 11 for Messerman. You're looking at 2 of the great players in Europe now, without question. Messerman again leading the team in the steals and blocks. And when you have that type of player in your team, you can do things. And again, Walters, sensational. Mestag got 16 over 19 in the first half. Don't forget that Italy could have folded up their tent and gone home, but they came storming back from a 16-point deficit to make a real game of this. And I don't think it's a case of anything else other than they were just beat by a better team tonight.
They were, and you know, we saw a Belgian offense that when it's clicking, I don't know many teams in this tournament who are going to be able to stop them. I really don't. But we also saw Italy come out, cause some problems for them, and slow them down a little bit. But then, you know, they were patient. Belgium did not get nervous. You know, they weren't worried. They stayed calm. They stayed focused. And now they get to celebrate. But this is a quick turnaround for Italy. They need to regroup. They need to watch video. And then they need to prepare for Saturday's game because they're not out of this tournament. Their second little mini tournament now starts for them. So, you know, they're a great team. We saw great basketball today from both these teams. And like you said, you kind of become a fan following these teams. So I do want to see Italy go on and still be able to compete and maybe give themselves an opportunity for that ticket to the World Cup next year.
Well, they've certainly done well, and Laura Mackey actually just realized came all the way back. She went home to have an operation on the broken jaw.
Yep.
And that just kind of adds to, you know, you just have to really applaud Italian basketball, applaud her. They really came out and gave their best shot. And I think, you know, we can't lose sight of the fact that her absence contributed. You know, that was a detriment, not having her in this tournament after the Turkey game.
It was.
You know, maybe they would have, well, they certainly would have done better today.
And they might have beat Turkey, honestly, and then given themselves a chance to finish first in the group. Yeah. And you know, they would be in a different situation. Who knows who they would have been playing, but, you know, first in your group, you get that extra day off. They still would have played a very talented team no matter who they crossed over with, but who knows, maybe that extra day off would have done them good.
But that's the nature of sports, and you have to overcome things, and at the end of the day, they're going to have to overcome the disappointment and try to get now turn their focus to or keep their focus on the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup qualification. They're not out of it by a long shot. So see the reaction from the Belgian players there. I mean, that's telling you all you need to know. It is.
They just made history. Yeah. They literally just made history for their country and for women's basketball in Belgium. They are going next year for sure to the World Cup in Spain. So, you know, I know what it was like to be involved with Canada basketball for so long, and we were out of the Olympics for 12 years. And when you finally do something that hadn't been achieved, wow.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. More action coming your way here from Prague at the EuroBasket Women.